Welcome to Mitchell from Australia. So I'm covering like these newest videos, and there's a video called "You Can't Fight the Flat Earth." I think it's responding to FTFE. So let's see him go. Let's see him go and fail.
Wow.
Today Nathan Thompson showed you can't fight the flat Earth, even though the flat Earth has been fought many times.
Excellent. So your explanation for the reason why large bodies of water don't appear to...
Why don't we see curve? That's the curve right there. Look. See, if you look at that oil tanker, it's more down. It's more down on the horizon than the front oil tanker. The behind oil tanker, you can see chunks of it is missing because of the curve. Now, if you meant to like the generic curve where you look down this curve, well, you have to go higher up. But for now, if you're on the ground, this is the best we can show you for curve. Look, the behind oil tanker is missing chunks of it is from the horizon. What point are you trying to prove here?
Curve is because Earth's real big, bro.
Yeah, I said it nice and slow so you could understand.
All right, cool story, guys. So Craig is just telling you all that the Earth is flat and you can't see curvature because it's a really big ball.
Yes. If, for example, because we are so small that when we're on the globe, it appears to be flat. For example, I've said 1,000 of times, if you zoom in on a basketball a lot, it will actually appear to be flat. Okay, guys, this video is sponsored by Raid Shadow. Just joking. I will never sponsor Raid Shadow Legends. Anyway, that has nothing to do with video. I just wanted to do a joke.
Cool
I showed
story,
curvature.
Craig. So
I showed you curvature in my evidence. So,
well,
yes,
now that
the Earth is big. It's 40,000 kilometers big, and the average human is 1.8 meters. Yes, it's real big, bro.
I've got a concession on 2 out of my 3 points.
You haven't had any concessions.
Let's do the
Yes,
3
you
minutes.
said that the universe is a container. You also said that Earth doesn't...
That's not a concession. You never asked if the universe was a container. The vacuum within the reactor is an analogy for the vacuum of space. And then that blue band is an analogy for the atmosphere of the Earth. And what we see is that blue band isn't rushing to fill the vacuum.
Do we have a container in space to contain the vacuum?
The universe.
You also said that the Earth doesn't rotate under things.
Yes, the universe, if you can think about it, it's a container for all the stars, galaxies. That still means space is real, though. The universe is space. Like, it's filled with space. So, what are you trying to do here? Like, the container universe is filled with galaxies, stars, and the Earth, which is very tiny. Okay? When we say universe is container, are you saying that the firmament is the universe? Is that what you're saying, Mitchell from Australia? Because it's not. Yeesh.
That doesn't mean the Earth doesn't rotate. It's just what I said is the Coriolis force is not Earth rotating underneath thing.
No!
You can't put things in my mouth.
Oh, and you also said nobody says that, but the most famous scientist in the world, Neil deGrasse Tyson, has been on record saying that the Earth rotated under a field goal.
And I said, I did a quick calculation, and I tweeted, the winning field goal in that game was aided by a 1/3 of an inch deflection to the right from Earth's rotation.
Cool, I'm not Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I know, but you were Craig, Fight the Flat Earth, and you said nobody said Earth rotates under things.
The way he explained it was for a layman.
Even close to the acute.
And I pointed out...
There is Coriolis effect, you idiots. Oh my god. There's no evidence of showing the Coriolis is not real, because it is.
That you, Craig, who believes in SpongeBob fairy tale
Cool story, bro.
land science, has to get science beat into his head with the science hammer.
Cool story, bro.
Science is observation, then
I just noticed that he's skipping. I just noticed that he's skipping parts. I feel like he's skipping parts that will like prove him wrong.
Then experiments. But if all you have is we saw a light in a ring laser gyroscope and it did something, you don't have any science. You are scientifically illiterate. Go ahead.
Oh my god. A ring laser gyroscope is supposed to prove the rotation of the Earth. It's an instrument. And what they did in the behind the curve is an experiment of proving that the Earth spins. Well, they're trying to prove the Earth wasn't spinning. I mean, Bob was a Flerf, but he proved that the Earth spins. But that was an experiment. Stop changing science to your meaning, Nathan. Yeesh.
Hey, Craig, your response?
So, yeah, on that behind the curve, also, they actually did prove the curve. Also, like, for the, like, light, it couldn't go through the hole until he had to hold it even higher to the air, which also proved the curve.
And then we're going to move on.
Cool. Everything you just said was wrong. Again. So, my observation. I noticed that the Earth appears to rotate based on my observation of celestial bodies. My hypothesis, the Earth is rotating. The Earth appears to rotate based on my observation of celestial bodies. My hypothesis, the Earth is...
Yes, the Earth rotates. See, if you look up to the side, you can see star trails rotating. And that's because the Earth is spinning. That's why you can see star trails.
Is rotating. My hypothesis, the Earth is rotating. The Earth is rotating. The experiment based on my observation...
Wow! Nathan Thompson is just mocking. Oh my god, Nathan Thompson. He's just mocking Craig because he has no good evidence.
And hypothesis shows that we are rotating as expected. So, there's all your things.
Close to the
Stop using Neil deGrasse Tyson of saying no. Neil deGrasse Tyson will slap you in the face for believing the Earth is flat.
Well, yeah, when you're looking north, you see stars rotate counterclockwise. When you're looking south, you see stars rotate clockwise. And if you are at the poles, either side, you will see them literally rotating around a different star in opposite directions.
Yes, stars rotate in opposite directions. Because the southern hemisphere stars are different from north hemisphere stars. So, yes, it appears to rotate in opposite direction.
Happens because you are on a pole looking north or south.
To looking north, it would appear clockwise. Looking south, it would be counterclockwise.
Gotcha.
Yes, it spins in the opposite direction, except reality, Mitchell.
Yeah. Unless we can give you a couple of minutes if you want to respond, Nathan. Otherwise, we can go to the next part.
You know, I just need to ask Craig one question. I think we can move on. Craig, will you agree that all stars move east to west?
Yes.
All right, so then they move the same direction. Excellent.
Yes, because when you're looking south, east to west appears to be counterclockwise. No, not all stars move in the same... Yes, all stars move in the same direction. But it will appear that if you're like in the south, it will appear to go counterclockwise.
Perspective doesn't make sense because the observer...
Wait, what? All the stars move in the same direction. Wait, what was that? But everywhere south sees the same star at the same time, right? Not at the same time they see the same stars because, you know, time zones. What are you trying to get here, Mitchell?
Perspective doesn't make sense because the observers...
I swear Nathan Thompson is like, haha, Craig is saying ridiculous thing while he's just like saying unicorn farts.
Either side of Magic Pancake World can both see these same stars. And it's the same stars they see, yet they're not in different positions, because that wouldn't explain how they can see the same stars, but can't see the star there. Perspective doesn't answer this. It does not make sense. It is impossible on a flat, stationary Earth.
Yes, I have yet to see a flat earther come up with an explanation why the southern hemisphere sees different star from northern hemisphere. In fact, that is the reason why not a lot of flat earthers come up from Australia, because they don't have north hemisphere biasism, and the fact they cannot see Polaris is actually an obvious clue that the earth is a flat.
So your answer is basically, I don't understand perspective. Cool.
Craig, how are two people on the opposite sides of the Earth both looking at stars? Wouldn't it be daylight on the other side of the Earth?
Yeah, but well, not necessarily, because the Terminator line... Listen.
Yes, but on a flat Earth, Nathan, everywhere is going to be daytime, because the light is going to be spread everywhere. So, yeah, so either it's going to be nighttime all the time, so they can see the same stars, or it's going to be daytime all the time, so they cannot see any stars. I just proved that you can't fight the flat Earth.
Wow.
Mitchell from Australia, who cannot prove flat Earth.
This is Mackle Lighthouse.
Wasn't Sleeping Warrior voted Dumb Person of the Year? And also think that at the daytime the Earth is round and at the nighttime the Earth is flat. Yeah, you have to find better person for evidence.
It stands
Mitchell.
210 feet above the water. It is distinguished by its flash pattern of 3 white flashes in a 30-second cycle. This is Turning Torso. It's 3 times higher than Mackle Lighthouse. This scale is important, as Turning Torso represents the amount that this lighthouse should be behind the curve.
Look.
Once again, the classic, we can see too far. Yes, also, yes, all of you Flerfs, you all say that. That we see too far. But you're always in a higher elevation from sea level. You're always in a higher elevation, and that is why you can see all those things, because you're in a higher elevation. One flat earther tried to be sneaky and didn't tell anyone he was in a higher elevation than normal at the beach. And then a local just pointed him out.
2, 3. 3 flashes every 10 seconds. Mackle Lighthouse. You fucking beauty.
I can't see the flashes. Is it too far to see the flashes? I literally cannot see the flashes.
But I wouldn't have it any other way. If we're knocked out, we'll go the distance, pound for pound. We're a perfect match.
Right on that horizon.
On the road. We're so better. We can stop.
I think the waves are causing me to see it and not see it.
I sure hope this music isn't copyrighted.
Just left the centre, right of centre.
Okay, YouTube. Mitchell actually did something good for once and gave credit to the song. I do not own the song. The song's rights goes to its owners. Please do not copyright this video.
1, 2.
Oh, now I see the flashes. I was looking at the wrong area the whole time.
3.
3, 1.
No.